Hello everyone. So welcome back to this free session on data entry and record keeping. When we talk about data entry and record keeping, I want to believe most of us know why we are here. We join the data entry and record keeping training. So I will want to allow us to discuss when we talk about data entry. What do we mean by data entry? So that's we're going to use this approach to open the class. So before we start run the class, my name is Akim Mustafa. I'm going to handle this training. I'm also the lead trainer of Brazil Multi Concept Consult. So this training is going to be a combination of introduction of a full training and a practical training. We have divided the training into two parts. Today being the first part of the training, and next week, Saturday, we'll be having the second part of the training. So today, we'll focus on the why the training itself, why data entry and record keeping training, and thereafter, we'll try and explore how to use one of the tools that we are going to learn during the training. So we'll see sample of what we are likely to learn on the full training. So, okay. Thank you very much for joining the class today. We are excited to have you here. And I want to give you a taste of our full training, which is tagged data entry and record keeping. So when we say data entry, what comes to mind? And when we say record keeping, what comes to mind? Any difference between the two? So let me allow our members to unmute and talk. So whoever is talking, you can unmute, introduce yourself, and tell us what you know or what you think about record keeping and data entry. Hello, who is starting the class? Or should I call name? Let's start from additional. Mr. or Madam. Can you tell us what you understand about data entry and what you understand about record keeping? Then we'll now try to merge the two.
Data, good afternoon, please. This is Madeshino Sekinat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Data analysis is a record of so many data.
Okay.
Data analysis is
Data entry.
record keeping of record. Data entry. Okay, data entry.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Various activities and analyzing it to enable people understand a better view at describe what it means.
Okay.
So a certain group of people.
Okay. Okay, that is the data
The
entry.
record keeping
What about record
is,
keeping?
yeah, yes, record keeping is
Go ahead.
it could be information about, mostly what I understand by record keeping is the accounting, the normal accounting that I know, keeping record for maybe your normal sales activity, purchases, credits, and all of that for future use.
Okay,
And
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you very much for that. Who else again has something else to add? Okay, from I think Mr. Loda Milari, that is text in chat box. Data entry is putting information into the system, while record keeping is focused on maintaining and organizing the information in the system. Great. So I think we are saying the same thing. Who has any other thing to say? We've had two people. Johnson, Johnson, can we hear from you? Can we hear from you, Mr. Is it Mr. Johnson? Let's hear from your hand too. Okay, don't let us waste time in case maybe it's not in a place to talk. Some people might not be in a place where they are likely to say something. Okay. So when we talk about data entry, it's just exactly what we've said. Data entry is how to enter data, deal with how to enter data into the system. How to enter our data into system. Before now, I think we all know typewriting machine. It used to be one of the very good means of data entry before the advent of computer. And the computer has come. It has become another source of data entry. We still have documents, our manual record of writing, how to write, we write ourselves. So all those are types of data entry too. I hope you can see my screen. I hope you can all see my screen. Okay, so when we talk about data entry, we are talking about how to input data into the system. But how? You can see that some forms has gone into like extinction. Like I talk about uh, typewriting machine. I don't think I don't think there's a company that still use typewriting machine any longer. If you want to see it, perhaps maybe in the court arena or in some government offices, and for specific purpose only. For specific purpose only. So meanwhile, data entry has not stopped. What has changed is the mode of entering data, and the mode will keep changing from time to time. But data entry is going nowhere. So like people used to say that computer or AI will take people's job. But I used to say that AI or computer or whatsoever you call it will not take any job, but people without knowledge or without skill will take the job of people without the skill. The skill will take the job of people without those skills. And the one good thing about all these skills are Now, with the internet that we have around us, almost anything you want to learn can be learned. Almost anything. You can learn anything. You can work anywhere. And you can develop as many skills as possible because rely on a single skill is no longer sustainable. Rely on a single skill is no longer sustainable. So you need to be up and doing and understand whatever area or industry you find yourself. Okay, so data entry is about keeping entering data, and the record keeping is how to keep the record that we have. So both work hand in hand. You don't have data entry without record keeping, and there is no record keeping without data. What record are you keeping? Or are you keeping just a file, document only? So that is the relationship between the two. Once you enter a data, it becomes record, and that record has to be kept. And there is no industry, there's no industry that doesn't have data that they are keeping. No company, even small businesses who doesn't keep data, they have data. Only that they don't keep the data. They have data, but they do not keep the data. They don't keep that data. So, so in every industry, there's this opportunity of data entry. And if you check online, you will know that data entry is one of the uh, skills that people ask for from time to time. Data entry is one of the skills that people sought for. For most of us, perhaps if you work on Fiverr and maybe Upwork or Freelancer or any of those tools, you know that data entry is one of the highly sought skills that people need. So the same way they need it on Fiverr, Upwork, LinkedIn, and the rest, the same way there are people in your community that also need those skills. So that is the main focus of this our training. Yes, we all know that there is let's say we call it scarcity of job or unemployment. You can say that it's unemployment in our system or in our country. You can say that. But at that, there are opportunities around us that most of us do not look into. There are opportunities around us that most of us do not take the opportunity of. So that is the reason why we are bringing out this class. Some of us already have some skills, but we don't know how to monetize their skills. Some of us have some skills. See, we think, I don't have job. Yes, you don't, not everybody will have the kind of job they want, but you can always design or you can develop a business for yourself. You can turn your skills into business. You can turn your skills into business. How do you do that? These are part of what we're going to learn in this training. So we know there is high demand for it and there is career growth opportunity. Even at work, either you're an accountant or salesperson or marketing person or the HR, the data entry skills will set you apart from those who does not have those skills. The data entry skills will set you apart, and it it brings a gap. It shows that you people with the knowledge will be better, far better than people without this record keeping skill. So this can also secure the existing job that you have. And somebody who does not have the skill can lose out, while a younger person with those skills can take the job because at that point it will be a multitask person or multi useful in multiple areas of the organization. So when somebody is useful in multiple areas, the management in most cases don't want to lose such a person because it becomes an asset to the company. Globally, data entry market is expected to increase and grow. Based on this research from 2023, from 2.5 billion US dollar in 2023 to 4.8 billion US dollar by 2032. That is the next 10 years. Within 10 years, within 23 and 32, it's going to grow almost like 100%. 2.5 to 5 billion will be 100% growth. But this is the result, the research is showing 4.8 billion, which is almost like two, almost like 100%. So we don't need to be panic. The skill is the once we have the skill, it stay with us, and we can always use the opportunity to acquire multiple skills also. Whatever we are learning in this data entry will help us to develop strength in other areas. So the full training will start April 1st. That is in like 8 days now. The full training is going to start, and it's going to be an online recorded classes, which we are going to section into daily class of about 30 days training. We make it about 30 days, while we may have like Sunday off. So it's going to be like 26 to 27 days. When you remove Sunday, like about 3 or 4 Sundays between them. So which means that if you can dedicate an hour a day for this noble course or for this training, it's going to go a long way. It will go a long way, and at the end of the day, you're going to appreciate that you subscribe for the training. So average of an hour a day has been scheduled for the class. Whether you are a business person, it's useful for you. You are a professional, you need this skill. And you are an accountant or you are a job seeker, whichever area you belong, all these skills are important to you. You can do it yourself as an entrepreneur. You can keep your record. Even those areas, there are some areas that are not even specifically to record keeping only. So by the time we start to elaborate on it, we will all see what and what area this skill will be useful to us. Okay, so and the cost of the training is just 30,000 naira, which is 1,000 naira per day. But for the purpose of encouraging more people, we are going to slash the training by 50%, which will be what? That would be like 15,000 per month, a 500 naira a day. And we're going to learn nothing less than 30 different software. We will learn nothing less than 30 different software. So imagine learning, let's say you are learning a software at 500 naira per day. I think it's a great deal. So you're going to see what kind of software are we talking about? What are we going to use them for? If you say want to learn it, even if it is 1 naira, you must know what you are learning and why you want to learn it. And the most important part of it is how do you monetize those skills? How do you monetize the skills? It's not about learning. There are a lot of learnings out there. Everybody keep learning. And there's other people who want to just make money. People think that when people tell you that you can just go online and then making money online, it's very easy to say to go online and make money, but they will not tell you how much how hard it is to make such money. So it's not that easy to make money online, but we're going to give you skills on how practical approach on how to make money even online from the people you know. The people around you need all these skills. But how do you tell them that they need it? Because nobody wants to spend his money unless the person is sure that you're going to add value to his business or to his life. When somebody is not sure that you're going to add value to him, forget it. Nobody's going to pay you a penny. So it may be over time, it's going to grow. You grow your business as a data entry person. Data entry is a business on its own. You can go online and see, you can search for data entry companies. There are companies specifically for data entry because data entry is very wide. It's very wide. Anything that has to do with collecting data, inputting data, storing data is about data entry. There are companies that are set up specifically for data entry only, data entry and record keeping only. That is what they set up big companies to do. So don't look at it from perspective of I just want to learn it. No, learn it and be sure that you want to make money from the learning. You want to make money from that learning that you are learning it. And that is not very hard. This is practical. We're talking about something practical that you're going to go through. So before we move to the practical section, let me quickly walk through what the training is going to cover and what you're going to learn in the next 30 days if you are able to subscribe for this training. With that token of 500 naira per day, let's see what I'm going to learn. Now, we start from introduction to data entry and record keeping. As we said earlier, data entry involves entering data. Record keeping is about organizing the data. So, what are the responsibility? What are the input, the tools that we're going to use to input data? How do you validate data? How do you maintain record keeping and all those ones? And like I said earlier, there's no industry that doesn't need that. The skill from entering your customer information, sales information, inventory, um, customers, including people who visit your website, people who visit uh, your social media, people who interact with your heart. So all those sort of things are there. So those areas, there are so many areas that everybody needs the service of the record keeping person. Then we move into how to use cloud storage. Like I said, data entry is going nowhere, but the mode will change. Some of us still keep our record. Some people still have their results or the certificate inside their cupboard. Yes, there's no crime in having it. But why don't you keep the soft copy of your certificate in the cloud? Whatever you are doing, whatever you are capable of keeping, for example, so many people, when they lose their phone, they lost everything, all the contacts are gone. But if you have the knowledge of cloud storage, not cloud storage is not just for contacts only. For any important document that you want to make reference to in the future, have you lost, if you don't lost your email password, have you lost something somebody sent to your email before? No. When somebody sends anything to your email, whatever they send to your email is there for you. Whatever they send to your email is there. It's your personal property. What you need is just to log in, whether you leave Nigeria today or you move to Canada tomorrow. Even if you have your results, your means of ID, your important document in your email, is still secure. It's part of your cloud storage. So wherever you have, you can quickly. I remember a day that I have to update something on ICANN portal. I woke up in the night. I just saw that message. I just saw the message, and I think it's going to close that night. When I woke up, I just picked my phone. From my phone, I did everything, including without. I was not even at home. I was away. From my ID card to filling the form, everything was done during the night, and I submitted during that night. Imagine I don't have my soft copy of my document with me. What will happen? And where will I keep it? If you keep it on your phone is not your own. Somebody can steal the phone any day. The phone can be lost. Somebody can steal it. I don't pray they steal your phone, but it happens. So when it happens, what happens to your document? So we must have the knowledge of all this cloud storage and the cloud knowledge. We must have it. And we also give you idea of there are so many free cloud storage platform there. There are so many free. Google give you 15 gig free. Dropbox gives you. We have OneDrive and we have Box. We have Box. We have a lot of them. A lot of them 20 gig, 10 gig, 15 gig. That's how they give you free storage, which means that when you have some documents that are not so important, but you don't want to quickly finish your Google 15 gig, you can move some documents to those ones. You can move some documents to those ones and you keep it there. Anytime you need it, just go there, download it, and keep it. So we're going to learn how to do how to use cloud storage. Then we move to some common tools that we're going to use online. We'll show you some tools that you can use often. A friend come yesterday, wanted to edit PDF. He called me yesterday. He said, does he have to print it and fill it? I said, no, you don't need to. Just go to I love PDF. As simple as that, he was able to do that. But although, because of his knowledge, his level of knowledge, he could not download it as PDF, but he screenshot the result and use it. I think yeah, it has solved the problem of printing, filling, scanning, and sending back. So that as simple as I love PDF is, it can take a lot of problem of your neck. You can convert your report. You can convert data. How do you? Okay, you have your signature on the paper. You have documents on your phone. You want to put the signature on paper on document on your phone. How do you go about that? How do you convert documents? A lot of things. How do you convert the image to text? You have some text, and you need to convert them to. You have some image, you need to convert them to text. How do you do that? For example, if I screenshot this my screen, that is pure JPEG, not even converting from not converting from Word or if the real image, you can extract the text from the real image. How do you do that? Instead of you now to sit down and start typing again, you start typing. How do you why do you waste your time typing when you can easily solve that problem? Then we move to e-forms. We're going to learn how to use Google Forms, Microsoft Forms, and Jot Forms. There are a lot of forms out there that you can use to collate information. In what I remember in one of our classes, one of the attendants said that he was given the task by the community to collect the list of the youth in the estate. Then to collect the list of the youth, all the youth in that estate. So he was given the task, and know what he did? He rolled out a form and give to people. People did not submit. So when he joined around that time he joined our class, what he just did, he just created Google Form and sent to them. Out of he was expecting something like 200. Within the first 1 week, he has gotten over 120 because people have their mobile phone with them anytime. You just click on it, fill and submit, just like they are playing, just like they are playing. So if you want to collect data, you are doing research. You can put everything just in Google Form. It's easier for people to, and another thing is, it's even easy for you to collate because as they are submitting, it's collating itself. You don't need to go back again and go and be inputting the data again. No, you have solved a lot of problems. A friend, one of our attendants of our class too, he used the same thing for inventory requisition in his company. The guy is into printing. Mr. Taiwo, I think so. It's into printing. So what he does is he used Google Form, and anybody want to make a requisition, you don't need to come to a department. Just send, fill in the form. It will see it from his end, and it will tell you if it's available in store or not. It has solved a lot of problems. So the issue of I collected it, I didn't request for it, is gone. So the history of everybody that make request and requisition is there for you. Even when you wake up in the night, you can provide the result by using what e-form. There are a lot of things you can use e-form to achieve. Okay, you have your client has as an accountant, your client has 3 shops. How do you collect their sales reported on daily basis? You can use Google Form. You can use forms to collect the result. Make sure the result, the form is the same form. Each one will submit, and you have your report without leaving your room. So a lot of things you can do with this, and it will take a whole lot of problem of your neck. Then we'll learn how to use how to create some to use invoice software, and how to track the sales. This is one of the areas where businesses need your attention the most. If you are the owner of your business, how do you keep track of your sales? We're going to demonstrate, we're going to train you how to use. We have free software and we have paid software. Depending on what your area of interest, you can use free software indefinitely without limit. I think about 10,000 invoices in a year. So before a company can create 10,000 invoices in a year, I think the company is no longer a small company. The company that has 10,000 invoices in a year is no longer a small company. So there's room to pay to just pay. But for free version, you can create up to like 10,000 invoices in a year. I think it's very free, and it's free. Not just you create the invoice, it's able to track even the payment. You can track the payment, you can track your debtors. So without having to go and write in a paper or keep another Excel somewhere. But without all this knowledge, one will be wasting time in something that a free system, and you have internet. All of us almost have internet now. Even all our old women, it does not have internet. They buy their 100 MB, 200 MB on a daily basis. So almost everybody now has internet. So why will you now stay on TikTok when you can quickly use your internet? You can quickly convert your internet to money. So invoice tracking. Who are those customers that need the service? We're going to explain how this can be applied to different businesses, how you can approach them and tell them what you can offer them in the real sense. We are talking of most cases, most of this class is going to focus on the real thing we can do around us, not on Fiverr or Upwork or Server, but something we can do that we can imagine you have 3 customers and just use some of these tools to attend to them, and each somebody pay you 30K, 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 and you visit them once in a week or twice, maybe 1 or 2 times. Maybe if somebody needs 2 times, you can go there. And you're not going to spend a whole day. You come back home, you still have time to do other things. If you make 90K in a month, I think it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal because that doesn't stop you from making other money, because you still have control of your time. You have control of your time when you understand how to use those software, and that. Another problem is, how do business track their expenses? Most business find difficult to track their expenses. How can you use software to solve that? We also have free software you can use. There are free software and there are paid ones. When businesses, it's not only when you make money that business is growing. Sometimes business have been making more money, but they can be spending more than they are making. It means that you need to keep the record of your expenses so as to know whether your business is growing or your client business is growing or not. We have free tools and we have paid tools. We're going to see how to use those tools to our advantage. Then we look about how to handle data entry projects. You have projects you want to execute. How do you go through the project? That will take us to how to use task management tools. We are what is called task management tool, or sometimes they call it project management tools. You have a project. How do you handle that project? Step by step. How do you? So at the end of the day, so that even when somebody want to, when you want to know where you are, or you know the stage, or you want to share the report with your client, you will know that okay, this is where you are, this is what you have done, this and that. So that's another area where I'm going to learn how to use those tools. And in most of these tools, sometimes we learn one, and sometimes we learn more than one. In some cases, you can learn like 3 or 4 tools to achieve the same thing, a single thing. Which means that when one is not available, you can switch to another thing. Or when you have a job that require another one, the knowledge you have on two can help you to set up even another one that was not was not taught in class. You can learn that. Then we talk about Excel and Google Sheets. Excel is a very common thing that we when we talk about data entry, what comes to mind of everybody is Excel. But I can tell you, for business, if you want to use for business, you want to create for business, Google Sheet is far, far better. Google Sheet is better because work anywhere, work anytime. You can work anywhere and work anytime. And you can link your Google Sheet with your form. Your result can be, you can see your result in real life. Your result can be seen in real life, real life. That is why Google Sheet is far better when it comes to online. Excel also has online versions too. You can also use an online version, but it's not as that free as Google Sheet. Google Sheet is free 100%, unless you are using Google Workspace that you pay for. But normal Google Sheet is free, 100% free, which you cannot finish what you have there. So Google Sheet is there for you. How to make use of Google Sheet to achieve your objective, you're going to learn that. Then we talk about business mathematics. Business mathematics. Uh, for businesses, it's not just about buying and selling. How do you even calculate your profit? How do you calculate? How do you compute your margin or your markup? What does it mean? What there are certain terms in business. What do they mean? So even when you give it to people to do for you, when they are saying it, how does it make sense to you? So we're going to learn some basic mathematics, say basic business math. We are not going to do divide the x. We are not doing matrix. We are not doing polynomial. Forget about that one. Just the basic business mathematics. So don't be afraid if you don't like mathematics. It's going to be something very simple. Then we move to Google Point, PowerPoint, and the Google Slide. That is for presentation also. As a business person, you have reasons to do presentations. Even if you are not a business person, you are a professional, you work in the office, you do whatever. You have reasons to do presentations. How do you make use of either PowerPoint or Google Slide? How do you use them? So if you don't know how to use them, it makes somebody you can even go and be paying people to help you do what you can do yourself. So go to learn how to make use of PowerPoint and what and Google Slide to do what presentation. And we'll also show you how to even use AI to generate even all these things too. There are free AI tools that will give you something very good, and there are paid tools that will give you very good things. There are some that will give you will solve the problem like 50%. You just go and finish the remaining. So you're going to learn how to leverage on those also. Then we talk about payroll management. There are software for payroll, and most of them are paid, right? But you can generate your payroll and use some free software to generate payslip. You can generate payslip for people, and it will save you a lot of time. And the payslip is going to look it will look original, not just Excel only. You can use Excel to generate a payslip. At the same time, you can use some tool that will give you something that will look also more professional too. This also is another area of business. Although in this area, in this part of the world, all these things are not really outsourced now, but These are the areas that people are still going. People are going there. You can see now that we now have a lot of software we now have software for um what do you call it? For payroll. We have payroll software. I'm talking about pension. There are software for pensions. There are, all those things now have their pensions. There are software, different software for different things. So if you want to specialize on something, you can specialize on any area of your choice, which you can also capitalize on and develop your expertise on. So payroll is business on its own also, depending on how you are able to market yourself and get into the heart of people who are likely to patronize your software or your services rather. Then we look at inventory management. We look at inventory management. This will involve using software and physical stock count. Most businesses they face challenge about stock counting, inventory count, or how to put the inventory into the system. Somebody has been selling for long and each time he sells, he does not know the quantity, the attendant will tell him, or the staff will tell him this has finished, this is that. When did we sell it? He doesn't know when they sell it or when they don't sell it. But you can introduce them to some tools, cheap tools that can take, even from their home, they can tell you this is the quantity of X, this is quantity of Y that we have in our stock. And all these things, introducing them to people will create business to you. You create it to them, you introduce to them, they will always need your service. That is if you are not if you are not the one that is doing it for yourself. And if you are doing it for yourself, it helps you also to manage your inventory. This is very important for people if you are into selling or you have parts in your store that your apprentice will use or they will sell. Whatever inventory you have, you must understand how to manage your inventory. How to manage inventory, very important. You must understand it. Or else you just be working for somebody. You can just be working for somebody instead. So that is why the knowledge of inventory is also very important. Then you're going to learn the Google Doc and the Microsoft Word. Both they work together, just like Excel and Google Sheet. But how do you make use of them? I'm going to learn how to do that, and I will learn some best practices as a data entry specialist, those things that will give you edge over other people who are likely to be your competitors. Because this data entry business is open to anybody. There is no restriction. Doesn't have ICANN does not have control over this. You're keeping record with people. You don't need to have ICANN to help people keep their record. So there are a lot of things you can do. So everybody has access to it. But how do you set yourself apart? How do you set yourself apart from it? Then we learn how to use scheduling and managing meetings, including organizing meetings, like using the Microsoft Teams, Calendly, how to use the Zoom, and all those tools to 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 manage meetings. You can so it's going to be two things. One, calendar, how to manage calendar using how to that is the scheduling and how to organize meetings also. So those are the areas we're going to look at under scheduling meetings. Then we're going to look at some account software. Two account software will be taught, QuickBooks and Sage 50. So we're going to teach you how to use QuickBooks and how to use Sage 50. So it's going to be basic, but at the same time, you can use it to solve to maybe somebody can have the software and they need somebody to help them put the information inside. So you can take up the job, do the job, and go away. And if it is a regular job, Fine and good. You go there maybe regularly every week or twice a week, or they send it to you from home, and you input the report, generate whatsoever, and you go. So those are the areas we're going to look at in this training. Then we how to set up your business as a data entry person. We're going to look at that. Then the marketing strategy to market your data entry skill. We're going to look at that. Then the simple growth plan that you can also follow. How do you plan yourself to grow that business? We're going to look at that. Then how do you apply? What are the areas where you can apply these skills? All these skills we'll be talking about. What are the area of businesses that you can apply them to? Those areas where you can use the skill of data entry from the next door to you to online. You can use it from the next door. And if you want to work online, you can also use them to achieve great deals online too. Then we talk about, we're going to look at how to use AI tool to improve your productivity. Their grandfather is a ChatGPT, the grandfather, but there are a lot of tools out there. I can say that even now, for the past for some days now, I've even shown the GPT. I only go to GPT for specific things because they will be asking for money. By the time you ask too many questions, the only question they will not ask for money when you're asking simple questions. But when you give ChatGPT some huge tasks, after 2 or 3 tasks, it will tell you that you go come back tomorrow or come back after like 8 hours before you can continue with GPT. So there are a lot of other options out there for you that you can also leverage on, that you can leverage on. Especially now that even the Chinese are coming into the industry, the DeepSeek is there, the Kimi is there. All those ones are also tools that you can also learn how to leverage, how to use them for improved productivity. So that is just exactly what we're going to learn. I think in the next 30 days, we're going to learn all this. And at what price? At just a 500 naira per day. A 500 naira per day. Remember, it's going to be um, a it's going to be a recorded class, but a monitored class, which means that it's going to be released on daily basis, not just that everybody just go and know. It's going to be daily basis, and this time around we're going to introduce some tests, which will show that you actually read it or you attempt those tests. So that will be another yardstick for us to encourage people, and we'll also try to organize like 1 or 2 um, live class where we're going to discuss any area that is not clear. Perhaps you've learned something and it's not clear to you. We're going to demonstrate. We're going to demonstrate that using what? Using live class to solve some of the problems that we have faced in the past. So, like I said earlier, we're going to give the class. The class is 30,000 naira, but we are going to give discount of 15,000 for all payments before 28. So any payment before 28 is going to attract 15,000 naira. After 28, the price will go up. So if you have opportunity of joining, fine and good, it will be a very good opportunity for you to gain or to add a skill to your portfolio. So to register for this class, just go to seller. Please just go to seller.com/1311p3. So it used to be seller.co, but now it's seller.com. Once you go to this website, you can register there directly. So there's no direct payment system around. Just pay through seller, and seller will link you up with us from whenever you make the payment. So that is that on the introduction part of our data entry training. Now let's allow 1 or 2 questions before we move into the practical section. Do you have any question? Let's open the floor for question and answer. If you have any question, go ahead and ask question now. Then after the question, you can move into practical section where we can learn one or two things before we call it a day. If you have question, raise up your hand while we call your name. Any question?
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, Mr. Mashood, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How is the program?
Alhamdulillah, thank God.
I greet everybody. And firstly, I wanted to comment on this training that this is a nice training and which is going to it is embodied with a lot of skills and it's going to be a long-term beneficiary to most of the participants. I think I'm highly interested in the training, even when it has not even started yet. I also want to appreciate the organizer of this training because it will also go a long way to serve as a kind of an eye opener to most of the things that we have not known before now, and applying it the skills too on the job of each and every one of us is doing. I think is going to go a long way to also help us. And another thing is these slides. I would like you to help us by sharing it to maybe to the group so that we can have it and for easy access to the site where we can register. So thank you very much. God bless you. I'm looking forward to meet you in the training, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Mashood. Any other comment? Mr. Benga, I think I saw him. Mr. Benga, are you there? Okay, somebody want to say something? Mr. Benga, yeah. And Maoga, what I want you to comment. Or it's like you join late, but you can make your comment too. And I'm Harley. Your comment, additional. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Lara Delacon, Prince Conley Oyewole, or Mostan, and everybody. So let's have your comment. And in the next 2 minutes, we are moving to the next thing that we're going to learn today. We'll learn just like two or three things today. It's going to be very simple, but I think we're going to learn a lot from there. Okay, yeah. Let's make our comment or question. If you have questions, you can ask your question too.
Hello, sir. Sorry,
Hello.
if I can come again, sir. I forgot something. Hello, sir.
Okay, I'm with you.
I just want to digress a little bit. I think the first training that was that taken on this platform was on is it CAC or something like that. I think I missed that training, sir. I don't know if the training record can be shared so that at least we have an idea of what has been done on that particular day.
Actually,
That's my
the
okay.
CAC training is not shared. The CAC training is not shared for a reason. The CAC training is not shared for a reason.
Okay, because
But
based on the last
it's
time
only shared
people
within, yeah, it's only shared in a closed group of paid students only. Those who
okay.
subscribe, but those who participate in the full training, they are free to just participate in it. But for the recording is only given to the paid members.
Okay.
That's just
So,
that is it's on the. You know something?
yes, I can communicate with the trainer so that at least I can get one of the information, sir.
And you can talk to me after the class, no problem.
All right,
And
sir.
discuss that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Now Let's move to the practical section. The first thing we're going to learn today, uh, there are various ways by which you can do conversion, and I want us to focus on some parts today. Look at this image. This is just like a text. This is an image. If I copy this now, it becomes an image, right? I want to screenshot this page. This page, I want to screenshot this page. I've copied the page. Now, I'm going to introduce us to something that is called Google Keep. We call it what? Google Keep. Google Keep is one of the Google free tools that we use to keep documents. It's like a notepad. So I will click on at the top here. You can see this 9 dots. When I click on it, and I can scroll down, you can see what is called Keep here. If you have not used Google Keep before, no problem. Just click on the Google Keep, and it's going to open for you. So in the alternative, you can just type keep.google.com. You can type keep.google.com also. So either way, you have your access Google Keep. So now you can see all these things you have there. Google Keep is used to keep notes. When you click on this, you can just keep a note to yourself. Let me select all this and delete them. Let me trash this. Okay, so when I click on this, I can create a note. I can take a note and I can quickly write a note. You are talking with somebody with your Google Keep application, you can quickly go there and start making your notes. That is that. You can also set reminder on Google Keep. You can set a reminder on Google Keep. But the area we are going today is not on the Keep, on the note on the Keep, but it's about the image. I click on this image. If I want to bring in an image into this. Okay, let me quickly direct. Let me try to download the screenshot I just did now. I just had a screenshot. Which one do I use? Okay. Okay. Let me quickly download the screenshot I did. So I'm downloading the screenshot. I'm uploading the screenshot here. I click on this image. Can you see the image here? Image, I click on this image, and this is the image I just screenshot. The same thing with your phone. You can screenshot with your phone. You can snap with your phone. After you snap, you can see it's coming to life here. Can you see now it's coming to life? This is it. The image I've screened is here. Now, what do I do? If you like, you can write notes, type anything you want to write. I don't need that now because typing is not the problem of day. How can we simplify some things? What you want to do? You don't need to go and be looking for extraction, something to extract from text one like them. When you have a Google, it's free. Can you see these 3 dots here? Click on these 3 dots. You can see grab image text. Can you see the grab image text? Click on this. Now you can see the image text grabbed. Let's scroll down and see all the text in the image. So we don't need to go and be typing. You want to retype everything. When somebody sends you a flyer, you want to retype that flyer. No, that is wrong. That's wrong. You don't need to retype a flyer. Just use Google Keep, extract it there. Just little edit. Just little edit, you have the job done. You can even move from here. You can open the job in a Google Doc. You can move it what? A Google Doc, and it will open for you in a Google document once and for all. And yeah, you are good to go. You are good. So let's wait. I think it's opening. It's like my internet will be slow, but it's opening. Let's wait a bit. It will move from here and open your Google document. So there you can work on it and send it to whoever want to work on it, and that is done. Is that clear? That is how to convert image, how to extract text from an image. There are a lot of software also online there. If you go online and you type image to text, you can also have something like this. You can have where you can image to text, you can convert the image to text. But sometimes some of these tools, at times, at the point of generating, at the point of exporting your report, you find it difficult to be asked to go and register again. So you have to go and register. You have to fill your email address before you. Okay, sorry. This is very slow, but that is it. Once you click on this, it will do what? It will just show in your listing there. That is that. Is that clear? Any question on that on the Google Keep? So we'll move on. And for those of us if you have not used Google before, no problem. You can also type your notes. You can use it to generate notes. When you click on it, it's taking automatic habit. So when you take a note, you can take a note and you can use some other tools there also. So there are other things you can do with Google Keep. You can go there and learn there too. So you can learn from notes, you can do other things. You have the name list and the title, all those things are there. So we use Google Keep to do that. So if you have any question on Google Keep, you can do that. If you don't have any question, I think we can move to the next one. We're going to learn today. Any question on that? Oh, somebody is raising hand. Sorry. Somebody raised his hand. Okay, he has dropped his hand. Somebody raised his hand before. Has dropped the hand. Okay, good. So the next thing we're going to look at today is how to PDF editing, how to edit PDF. How to edit PDF. You know what we know that what we know is that you cannot edit PDF, right? We all know we cannot edit PDF. But today you cannot edit PDF, especially when it comes to fill online forms, to fill form online. So when it comes to that position, you can edit PDF easily. I'm going to demonstrate that with an example here. Let me just quickly download the form. Let me get a form online. And what is called this trustee form, CSC forms. Trustee CSC form, declaration forms. I will use this as an example, as a practical example for us. If you have not filled form before online, no problem. We're going to see how to do that today. So we have go to I love PDF. And you can use the PDF edit, PDF editing, PDF editor online. Just type PDF edit online. There are a lot of tools out there. Sorry, a minute, please. Okay. So when I click on when I type PDF editing, you can see a lot of things here. We have small PDF. Small PDF is also very good. Small PDF is also very good. And there are a lot of other PDF editing tools. So Adobe, Docfile, and so on. There are a lot of them online there. But these I've used often and often and often and often, and it has been very useful to me. This I love PDF. Select this I love PDF now. I love PDF. And I'm going to click on this, select PDF. Before I move to PDF editor, look at this place. We have merge PDF. We have split PDF. It means that when you have like 10 pages, you want to remove a particular page for a reason, you can split the PDF and remove that page. You want to compress the PDF. Your PDF is too heavy. You want to submit the form online, and your PDF is like 50 MB, but you don't need more than they said you cannot upload more than 20 MB. What do? Just compress the PDF, and that is all. And you can also convert. This is where you can do conversion. You convert to PDF, Word to PDF, PowerPoint to PDF, Excel to PDF, and HTML to PDF. Also from PDF, PDF to JPEG, PDF to Word. You have a PDF file, you want to convert it to anything, you can go ahead and do that. And the last one here is where we are going. So you can see what you can do here with PDF. We have what? All PDF. Here we have merge PDF, split PDF, remove PDF, extract pages, organize PDF. You want to scan something and convert to PDF. We have a compressed PDF, repair PDF, OCR PDF. OCR PDF is like something, it's very close to something I just did now. When you have an image that is not directly converted, image that you take with your phone is likely to have to be in OCR form. So we have JPEG to PDF, Word to PDF, PowerPoint to PDF, Excel to PDF, HTML to PDF, PDF to JPEG, PDF to Word, and all this. So you can see that we have almost PDF to anything. Then I want to add watermark to PDF to say when somebody you are giving somebody or you want to add a watermark to prevent them from counterfeiting your job. You can use what? Add watermark. You can add page number, and you can edit where we are going. You can edit your PDF. Click on edit. This is where we are going. Select this and then select this is the form. This is the form we want to fill now. Every one of us. Let's quickly fill a form and see how easy it is to fill this form. So you can see this is the form. You can see the form here. So we need to put, we have what we have here. We have a name, number, okay, building name. We have street, we have city, government and state, phone number, email address. These are what we want to fill. And the passport, we want to put the person passport here. And do we have signature? Again, we want to add signature to this. Person to sign this document. How do we go about all this? Can you see all these options we have here? We are going to make use of them one by one. We are not drawing anything because we are not going to use drawing is for you to use a signature of your choice. You can write signature here, but we don't need that now. So we can just clean that off. Why is our cleaner? Sorry. Where is our cleaner? Okay. Okay, let me come and remove it straight away and delete it from here. Okay, we are starting from text. This stands for text. This A you see here stands for text. Now, when I click on this A, you can see a text is there. And it's telling me that I'm hiding something here now. So we have this, and the name, the address is house 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 L house L Asa the estate is it. That is the first one. And as it is, we can reduce it or increase it so that you can enter where we want to put it. We are putting that here. It's still very big. You can reduce it from here, or you can come here and reduce it. I think it's too small. 24. Okay, good. As simple as that. We already have that. Next one is what? Is the street name. Remember, you can increase it if you don't see it very well. You can increase it. The next one is what? This, and the street name is uh sorry. I double click here, Control A to delete everything inside. Boulevard First Street. Boulevard First Street. First Street. Ikwaja. And that is it. You drag that to the street name. If it's too big for you, you can use this to reduce it, or you can go ahead and reduce from here. City, put city, put government, put state. That is that. So you can see how easy it is to insert those ones. Now I want to add email address, every other thing you can add them the same way we added text. Better to add text, and you can see whatever you had, you can see it on right there. So that you want to remove it, if it's not giving you what you want, you can remove it from here. The next thing now is we want to add what? We want to add the passport photograph. We want to add the passport. Okay, and I will not use a passport now, but I will use an image. So you can see the same way passport works, same way image works. Let me use the image you just cropped. I'm going to use this as an image now. Just place it there, and that is it. Come. So passport is there already. If you want to use the passport, tell her to hide the passport without having to go and you can use your phone to snap passport. You can snap yourself on phone and copy it to your system, or use your phone and upload it to this place. That is what? That is two. Then you can swan to whatever. As soon as you want to put a date somewhere, you can put just insert this again and do that. If you want to draw your signature, you can do it. If it's convenient for you, you can use this if it's convenient for you. But if it's not convenient for you, you have your signature on a paper. What do? You can just come down here and let me pick the signature. Then I know you don't know the owner. It's not a name. When I put it, you can put it here. And that is signature. But what about if you want to put something like this on a letter? Everybody will know that you didn't sign this form. As it is now, people will know that you didn't sign this form. Am I right? People will know that this form was not signed by you, that you copied the form. How do we make sure that this thing looks like original signature? We want to use it like original signature. That will take us to another tool again online. The tool is called remove.bg. We're going to use remove.bg. We want to use that remove.bg to remove what? To remove the background for any image. Any image you want to remove background from, just upload the image, and that is it. It's performing the magic. Now the background is free. nothing in the background any longer. If you want to change the background, you can add another background to it yourself. If you want to add the background to it, you can go ahead and add any background to it. You can add background to it. And if it's your phone, you can have, there are so many tools online on phones there that can be used also. So click on preview and download. So I've downloaded this. I don't need any quality. It's asking me for money. If you go to unlock, it will ask you for money. So just ignore that. Let's go back and remove this. And remove this image. Remove this image. Let's bring another image now. The new one that has been removed from background. Now, can you see that it's looking nice now, as if it's just part of the signature. You want it to be big, to fill somewhere, go ahead and put it there. What have we done? We have edited this form. Put date, put year, put anything. And let's say you just do is what? Click on edit. This is what my friend did not do yesterday. Just this yesterday I'm talking about, not even long time ago. This is what my friend did not do, but it screenshot the form and they submitted the form. The problem has been solved. So whichever way, what we want to learn is how to solve the problem. So let me open the document. Now you can see the document filled, the form is filled, and the signature is there in PDF format. Any question on this? So we move. Any question on that? So we move to another tool that can also be beneficial to us. Any question? Can I ask my question? Can I ask my own question then?
Yes, you can ask them.
Okay, I have to go ahead with my own question. Okay, what problem do you think Google Keep and Google Keep can help you to solve in the present job you do? What problem do you think Google Keep can help to solve in the current job you do? Somebody respond to that. Let's start from Google Keep. What problem do you think Google Keep can help you to solve? You just learned that. I want somebody to talk. To be sure that you are following the class. What problem do you think Google Keep can help you to solve? Hello, are you there? Okay, let me call name. Let me call this by name. Mr. Johnson, Oludiora. What problem do you think Google Keep can help you to solve? Mr. Johnson, Oludiora. How can you use Google Keep your daily activities. Google Keep. What can you use Google Keep to do? Who will help him? Somebody is talking. What's happening? I can't be talking to myself. Oh, but maybe okay. Let's go back to Mr. Moshood. Mr. Moshood, what can the Google Keep help us to do? What do you use Google Keep for? Oh, okay, sorry. Madam Adeshina, what do we use Google Keep to do? What's the job of Google Keep? Based on this, based on the learning we learned today, what's the job of Google Keep?
Hello?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. The network is bad. Hello.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you very
Hello,
much.
sir.
So I'm back.
Hello, sir.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. We can hear you, sir.
I'm back now. Sorry for the network. Okay,
Okay.
I was
Can
I
I
was
try,
asking
sir?
a question. I was asking the question. I said, what do we use Google Keep to do, and how can
Let
we
me.
use it? Is there? I think the question I the same. What do you use Google
Yes.
Keep to do? Yes. Go ahead.
Let me try, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
Um, Based on what we just learned on Google Keep, I think uh applying it on our job, it can help us in taking notes.
Yeah.
It can also help us in setting reminder for any upcoming task that we have ahead of us. Then we can also use it to create a kind of a checklist for the assignment we have at hand.
Okay.
I think that's my little understanding of it.
Use for what? Okay. I'm putting it down as you're saying it. You use it for
Okay.
what? To take notes.
For taking notes,
Yes. Yes.
setting reminders.
And that's
Setting reminders for tasks ahead of us.
okay. That is good.
Then I think the last one is creating a checklist.
Checklist.
Yes.
Okay. You want to add? Somebody want to add something? Something is still missing. The main focus of the class, the extract text, the graph text, rather. Extract or graph text. As it is now, after you do this, you can add the collaborator. So if there's somebody you want to add to it, you can just come here and add the person to it. Are you getting me now? You can say, okay, as the branch for the concept, to and gmail.com and save it so that it becomes a collaborator in that thing, and you can see that we are not too on it. You can add the time to it, the collaborator on it, and so those are what you can use a Google Keep to achieve. Thank you very much. Next question: How do we use? How do we fill online forms? What are the tools? What are the tools we can use for online forms? My additional now. There are a lot of tools. I only mention one, which I love it there, but you can mention more than one. I want you to mention more than one tools. Not you, Mr. Moshood.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. My additional, Madam Alice. Madam Johnson, I mean Mr. Johnson. Let's talk. Oh, I so assume that you are not in class. So I just stay with Mr. Moshood again and screwed everybody.
We
Let's
are there.
continue.
Oh, we are there in the car. I'm
We are
there.
this. Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, got me talk now. I said,
Ah,
what are the tools? What are different tools we can use to edit PDF online? That is the first question.
eh, yeah, I know this word that you are using, PDF. I love PDF. And also sometimes if I can click on the body of the form and I start editing, it will now bring out the text and all that. I don't know of any other online stuff.
Okay. Only this
Mm.
one. Only this one.
Yes.
It means you are not. It means you are not in
Good
class.
afternoon, sir.
If you are in physical class, I would say you should answer Fanti Alice.
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, you mentioned others, Abby.
I show you others now, and I said
No,
another one that is
editor.
very.
You said editor.
I said small PDF, and I said Adobe and other things
Oh,
like
that's not PDF. You'll be asking for money now.
that. Okay,
Good
no
afternoon,
problem.
sir.
That is the question.
You'll
Okay,
be asking
Mr.
for
Johnson.
money.
Before I ask for the next question, Mr. Ali, Mr. Johnson, hold on. Next question to Mr. Johnson before you ask your own question. Next question to you. What can we use I love PDF to do? What and what you can use I love PDF to achieve? What and
I'm
what
just
can we
using
use?
it. You can
Eh?
use it for addiction. You can use it to convert bank statement. I'm just using it in my office here. Just
Okay,
using for the first time. I don't know that there's something called I love PDF. So I
okay.
try it.
And it
I
worked for
try
you.
with my system. That was the time you are asking me a question that
Oh,
relates
okay, you are
to.
practicing it
I'm,
while we are
I'm just
talking.
trying it with. So there are a
Oh,
lot of things you can. I'm just working on it now. There are a lot of information that I saw on it that you can really. And throughout this week, I was working on reconciliation, and my boss gave me an issue on reconciliation, how to drive it out, and nobody to I like to educate me about there's something called I love PDF. So immediately I do it now on my laptop. Wow, wow. So whatever I want to do now, just go to I love PDF, edit it. There are many things you can do on it. So
that's good. That's
thank,
interesting. That's
thank you for your
that's
advice and your thank you very much,
that's
sir.
very interesting. That's interesting. Some people knows it before, some doesn't know it. That's what I said in the beginning.
I don't even have because they
How do we now exactly how do we maximize all those things instead of wasting time on something you can. So that is the reason
yes,
why we are putting all these tools together in a single package for 30 days. If you can go through them serially, at the end of the day you will learn a lot of things that even you may not need them today. Tomorrow, the day you need them, your mind will go there. Oh, I have solutions to this. Instead of you wasting time using manually to be taking paper and that, you can just
yes,
do it.
yes, yes. We are using manually now, but since you introduced this, I love PDF. And
That
again,
is
you
good.
said something concerning yesterday. You said something concerning your this thing is on YouTube.
Yeah,
Some of your Siege 50 is on YouTube and
yes,
QuickBook is on YouTube.
on my
So I
YouTube and
tried
some.
to work on Siege 50 yesterday night. So I could see
Okay,
that we have Siege 51 and Siege 52. So I've worked on Siege
okay.
51 today.
The 50, the
So
first
maybe
one, the
this
first
night
class and second class.
that
Okay.
deal with because where I work, we deal with a lot of manufacturing stuff. So and we are
Okay.
using Siege 50. So I deal
Oh,
with account payable. So
aha.
that vendor's account, I must really know it very well because I just resumed to an office.
Oh, I wish you a successful stay in that company or a successful career there, not stay.
Amen.
Because if you have
Amen,
other
sir.
better offer, you will still leave. So I'm not praying for too long stay, but I wish successful career there in
Amen,
that
sir.
company. Okay, let's quickly
Thank you,
look at
sir.
one more thing before we move, before we close today's class. Let's look at something again. I know most of us, how many of us have used a Google Form before? Google Form, Google Form. Or okay, before we move to just form, let's quickly look at. Let's go to Drive. Let's learn how to use Google. Let's learn Drive because I've said it earlier that please when you get home today, if you don't have your document in Drive, please do. Look for a very clean camera. Snap your document, either JPEG or PDF. Save your document in cloud. That's the same. That at least as of today, that remains one of the safest place to have document. But if you are at office, somebody need your certificate, just print it. You don't need to be carrying your file all around. You travel to Abuja, somebody you have reasons to you need something from your just print it. Your NIN is with you. You want to register at MTN office. MTN say you have to you want to see the physical one. Just go out, send it to printer, print it. As simple as that. You don't need to be carrying everything all around, and something can just get missing, and you don't pray for fire. If something happens at home to anything, that's the end. So please let's learn how to do that. So let's quickly go to I will not use what we know popularly, which is Google Doc. Let's go to box.com. Let's go to box.com. If you don't have account with Box before, just click on sign up. But if you have Google account before, if you are using Google, it is free here already. You already have it as a free tool here. Google Drive. Google Drive. Where is my drive today? Okay, this is it at the top. Can you see Google Drive? You can click on Drive, it will take you to Google Drive. And the thing we are going to do here now, you can do it on Google Drive. If you are using your phone, download Google Drive into your phone. If you are using, so if you are using desktop, no problem. You don't need to download it on there unless you want to work offline. If you download it to your system, it means you can put something there offline. When you are online, it will just do what? It will just update itself. But today we are looking at box.com. Box. So you can sign up, click on sign up, and then you fill your form and you submit. You fill your form and you submit. So this document, what the document you use often, please keep them in your Google Drive. The one you don't use often, keep them in box, and the other ones. We are going to share them in the class. We have a lot of them, and you're going to see them. For businesses, these are the prices, but we are not doing business. Individual. Let's click on individual. Here we have what? Free. Free user. And the free user will give you what? Will give you 10 gig free. We give you what? 10 gig free. So if you have documents you want to keep that, but you don't want it to pull your 15 gig Google has given to you. No, Google will give you 15 gig free. If you don't want all those ones to stay in your Google account, what do? Just open one of these accounts like box.com. You can have, if you have like 3 Google accounts, you can open 3 box. Box for Akim Mustafa, box for Box of Concept, box for this account. You can have plenty box accounts also, depending on the number of email you have. One box for, so instead of going for 100 gig, if there's no need for 100 gig, just have sign up with your Google account, and then you have your, or you use sign up. If you use free sign up, it will ask for your name and address and phone number, all those stories there. But since I already have the account, I just click on login. So I think I use this. Okay. I think I have this. Okay. Just log in account. So here I already have some documents there that I may not open them in 1 year, but they are there. The documents I have there in 1 year, I may not need them, but I already have them here. Can you see them now? So okay. Now what we are going to do now is, how do we bring documents into this account? This is box.com. We have all my files are here. And we have recent documents. We have notes. Just like Google Keep, we also have notes here where you can put this, sorry, like Google Doc, like Word. You know the Word. You can also write notes from here. And we have what is called Canvas. Let's open it. On this Canvas, there are other tools that you can also use there. Okay, like a fresh page for you. So, but we have this note here. And you see, you can add your note and save it into your box. You can quickly type your note and save it into your box here. So if you don't want it to be in your Google Cloud, maybe you are afraid of somebody opening your account or whatever, or you don't want your boss to access to your email to see. You can put other thing in the box.com, and so that is that. Then, but we want to add document now. Let's see how to add document. Click on new. What are we adding? What are we bringing in? Are we bringing a whole folder? If you are bringing a folder into the system, what do? Click on folder plus. Now I click on this plus sign. I click on folder, upload. I can bring this folder here. You can say upload, upload. As it's uploading now, everything in that folder is there. So let me go back to all files. So you can see it's uploading, 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 uploading. Everything in this folder are here. If I open my folder now, Broncho, something like that, like the name. If I open it, refresh, if there is no, can you press Mr. Marshall? Can you mute, please? So where is our file? Or where did we put it? Okay, let's search for it. I think we put it in one place. Broncho. Broncho. I think that's what we brought in. Where is it? Okay, yeah, I think we put it in something like that. I think, yeah, I think it's here. No, it's not here. Where is it? You can't find what you brought in. Okay, it's there. It's there inside all my canvas. So let's move it from here. You can move it. Let's move it into all my files and move out. Now we have taken it out. Let's go back to our file. You can see how to move documents. I think we learned something also now. So these are our folder that we just brought in. Okay. Again, when you click on, if you are bringing ordinary file, that is small folder, click on file, and then you bring what you are bringing, whatever you're bringing in, just select it. What do you have there? Anything here? Let me just bring in. The form will just fill. So, can you see it here? It's coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. That's how to bring in a document, a single document. This is the form we filled just a minute ago. And from here, apart from these two, what about if you want to work online? These ones are to work online. We have box notes. We have box notes from templates. So all these ones are for box themselves. But look at it, we have Word document. It means that you can create a Word document here. Microsoft Word document, you can create from here and work within here. You can work within here with what? Microsoft document. It will open MS Word. The name is new training. New training. And you create. So I'm launching my Microsoft Word online. You can work with Google Sheets. You can create Google Sheets from here. Google Sheets, and then you can do numbers. You can also use number spreadsheets. This is spreadsheet, this is spreadsheet, this is spreadsheet. So you can use any of them to create any spreadsheet you want to create. We have presentation for this. This is the presentation, keynote presentation. This is Google Slide, and this is the PowerPoint. So you have three. So you can work with a lot of tools while you are inside what box document. Now, next thing now is this document. How do we make it secure when we are sharing with people? There are options here. You have download. If you have a new version of this document, you can update. You can upload a new version of this document. It will remove this and replace it with a new version. You can download it. You can trash it. You can move a copy. I think we have demonstrated that already. Now let's see how to share with people. Look at this thing here. We have create and copy shared link. And if you click on it also, when you click on it, oh sorry, I've closed box. Let me go back to box. Sorry. So let me click on this one. Just select this. I can select this here. Just select. You only want to select this. You will see the option here also. The option is what? All the options you have here are also here. You can see this create and copy link. Okay, you can create share also. So let's start with the copy link first. I will click on copy link. And it's asking me, who am I sending this to? Who am I sending this to? I can put email of anybody here. If I want to share with the Bratchmont concept. Bratchmont concept. Multicom and Gmail. So it means that Bratchmont concept can see this email, can have access to this email. And what is Bratchmont going to be? Is it going to be editor or viewer? If I improve if I upgrade my plan, I can have access to this. Can be a co-owner or view uploader or preview uploader or previewer. So if you don't want the person to download it, you can use any of this. But in this case, we only have editor and viewer. What viewer can do is that download, preview, and share. But here, editor can download, upload, preview, share, edit, or even delete this document. You can delete it as editor. So we can make Brachu is just what? This. Then I will send this to Brachu concept. Brachu will have information that he has been invited. He has been what? Invited to collaborate on this or to view this document. That is that. Then we have the share option. Okay, this is it now. So you can see that Brachu has gotten the email. You are invited to view this document. So you can click on it and go to folder. So Brachu will have access to this folder now. So Brachu doesn't have the account before. So there's no way Brachu can log in into it. But that is just the way it is. Okay, the next thing is, what about share only? Just copy and share the link. Share the link only. At this point, it means that if you look down here, do you want everybody to have access to it? Anybody that has this link should be able to open it. Or you want those people who can view the people you are sending to, what can they do? View only. They can only view it. They can edit it. So you can say, okay, and copy. Just copy this link now. If you copy this link now, it means that anybody with this link can view this document. The only thing they can do is what? View, but they cannot download. They can view it, but they cannot do what? They can download. If I check this, it means anybody that has this link now, if I copy this link and send to people, anybody whose name is not here cannot open it. Except they send invite to me, I will not be the one to approve that. When I approve it, then the person can open it thereafter. So that is the security that we have for this online cloud storage. You can see now here for this document now, sharing details. Akim is the owner and Batu is the viewer for this document. If I click on this, the same thing will not show here. If I click on this one, you can see that this one is just what? Just no share with anybody. So I can invite people or I can create a shared link. So I think we get to the end of today's class. In next week, we will look at the Google form and we will look at forms and also possibly we can look at invoices. Possibly we can look at invoices, how to create, how to use some free tools to generate invoice online and how to edit and all that. That will be next week. So it's ready for. Thank you for your participation in the class. If you have any question, you can ask your question before we call it a day. And like we said earlier, if you want to subscribe to the training, just go ahead and go to seller.com. You can just you see this is seller.com/131133. With this, you can access the class. Let me just click on it and see how it's going to look like. From there, you can make your purchase and we'll get to know once you pay. So you can see, okay, so this is it. And the class, the price for now, until on the 28th. So early bird stop on what? On the 28th. That is it. 28th. So anytime that it is, we're going to increase the price. So everybody will pay the normal price after that 28th. So thank you for your time. You have any question now? Ask your question before we call it a day. Thank you very much once again for being in the to make the class a successful one. Or for making it a successful one. Sorry. Any comments or questions? So I'm stopping the recording. Okay.